So, you may have seen the video on my cashing in of the silver and gold hoard. So yeah, I've got some of the rejects here. There was some stuff that I was unsure of that wasn't marked, but could have been silver or gold, and things like this charm came on a 10 karat gold necklace. So I thought, well, it's worth checking just in case, and wasn't, as it turns out. But I thought I'd show you kind of how to determine what isn't fairly quickly, and how the gold buyer went through the stuff and what he was saying, just as an education for everybody. So thought we'd go through very quickly. This is a hard drive magnet. It's a rare earth magnet, so you can buy rare earth magnets online, etc. You can get them free out of hard drives if you want to take the time to disassemble hard drives. I had an e-waste recycling business, so I have lots of these kicking around, or a few of these kicking around still. Not lots, but a few. But anyway, this is one of the ways. The bands on these watches are never gold, apparently, especially when they're steel backed. This particular watch had a gold back, but it didn't fit quite properly. So we ended up finding out that it was gold filled on the top. So somebody used a gold back on a gold filled watch. So that was that. And obviously this was out of another watch. Obviously it has to be removed. And let's see what else. This had sterling charms on it, but wasn't sterling. There's one that looks sterling, but isn't. It's steel. There's one that's steel there. The chain itself doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. So there's a high nickel content in that. So that's why it was gone. And there's another one that's off that was, again, that had sterling charms on it. Say that also has a high nickel or steel content. So unfortunately it wasn't gold or anything. I could have done this myself. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't at the time. Wasn't thinking, I guess. But let's see. You can see these little studs move. Apparently these are the type of studs you get when you first get your ears pierced. So that's what they are. There's another one. That was a piece of dental stuff, but it's just steel, nickel plated or chrome plated. There's another. That's just a pin off of it was a 9 karat gold stick pin. So just it's brass with some steel in it. And the rest of this doesn't pick up. Oh, some of it picks up. There's another ring that is high nickel content probably. And there's a chain. Now the thing about this chain is it looks good, and it's marked 925 on the clasp. So it's fake, 100% fake. So that's junk, but is marked sterling. So when you're out in the field, if you don't have a magnet, and it pretty much would fool you. It fooled me. Like I said, it says 925 on it, but it's garbage. So that'll go in my junk jewelry. The rest of this, there's some more. These were just junk, it turns out. Everything else, this has steel in it, but we did test it just in case, but it was just gold filled. And the rest of this, there's another one that's got some steel in it, but turns out it was just brass and such anyway. It's a good old watch chain, but it has some damage, so it's just going in the junk. And this has got steel pins in it, so it attracts a little bit. It's also very shiny, and shouldn't be, and is marked 925, as it turns out. I don't know if you can read that, but so there's another fake, absolutely fake sterling, not real sterling at all, just junk. And we tested that. It was fake stuff. It wasn't marked or anything, so it's probably just a nickel or something like that. And same with this. It doesn't attract, but it's nothing. This was marked as well, I think 800. No, 925. No, 850. So yeah, but it's copper, nickel plated. So that was junk. Apparently these little guys rarely ever are right, so just watch for them with these little tiki type, or I guess Aztec type characters on them. So this one is actually sterling. It's not marked, but it's filled with a resin or something like that. So I have to peel all this stuff off to actually cash it in. So that'll be a lot of extra work. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, because there's not very much sterling there at all. So the rest of this wasn't it was a brass band around a stone. Wasn't pretty much tell with that one. It's just usually this textured stuff isn't real. It's just a faux, well, just a texture on the back. It basically indicates it's not gold or anything. Again, just junk. So all this was just junk. I thought maybe this was sterling or something. It has some garnets or something in it, but unfortunately it was only half of a locket, so it's not much good anyway, so I figured I'd check. And all this was also just junk. So yeah, it was just stuff I wanted to double check and such. Sometimes you'll get gold clasps and they're attracted by a magnet because they have a spring in them, so I wanted to double check, but those particular ones were nothing. And a Victorian brooch, I thought possibly, but it wasn't. This one is good enough probably to sell for $20 or $30 anyway, so that's resaleable. The rest so far is junk. Well, the watch I'll put in with some watch parts, so, but the rest will be junk. Silver contacts. Now, the problem with these is a lot of them are mixed with toxic metals, so some of the buyers, or a lot of the buyers, don't buy them, as it turns out. He did tell me a story of a fellow coming in with some contacts that were from wind generators, from electric wind generators, and they were mixed with a cancer-causing agent, so there was no way he could buy them. The guy was upset, of course, that brought him in, but he said, yeah, no, there's no way that he had touched them. And same with the silver contacts. So all this hullabaloo about reclaiming silver from silver contacts doesn't seem to hold that true. Like I said, there's a portion of them that do contain cadmium and other toxic metals, toxic elements. So I don't know whether it's worth processing silver contacts anymore. I'm not going to bother, I don't think, for now, until I find out a little more. But yeah, so anyway, so that's that. So that's kind of how you can sort of help yourself in getting rid of the junk from the jewelry. get yourself a rare earth magnet. Some of the other magnets aren't powerful enough to attract some of this stuff, so a rare earth magnet is the key. So like I said, you can get them free out of hard drives, scrap hard drives, if you want to take apart that hard drive. They take a little bit of work, but you can get one apart fairly easily if you've got the tools. They do take sometimes some security screws and that sort of thing, so you can get them from hard drives if you have those tools. The security bits you can get from Princess Auto and hardware stores and that sort of thing as well, to take apart those drives. Some of the drives you don't have to use security bits. They're put together with Phillips screws, just the star-shaped screw, but a lot of them are put together with security screws. So anyway, there's videos online on how to disassemble those. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully that helps you guys. Like I said, that's pretty good for just reject stuff. Like I said, this was all stuff I was a little bit concerned about in the first place. This one surprised me. Like I said, it's Mark 925. It feels right, but it's not. It's just junk. I should have known. I should have checked it with a magnet, but didn't. I just assumed. And this one was pretty obvious to me that it wasn't, but I wanted to double check anyway, in case there was something I didn't know. And like I said, it's Mark 925, but it's not. So anyway, there is some fakes out there, so watch yourself when you're buying. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and check out our other videos on antiquing, picking, thrifting, scrapping, etc. Take care, folks.